Hi.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Ben Cook-Feltz. Can I sing a theme song at you?
Of course.
Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, Ben Cook-Feltz, I miss you.
That was great.
Wild
That was
applause.
awesome.
I miss you, even though I have gotten to see you a few times recently, even though I've
Right.
gotten to hear your songs IRL. Quiz,
True.
do you know what IRL means?
In real life.
Yes.
I'm hip
Yes.
to the lingo
I know you are.
of the
That
early
was
30s people.
that was for other people. I just shared that for others. So even though I do occasionally still get to hear your music IRL, I miss you and I miss the casualness with which we made music together in days of yore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm going to ask you. So I'm sitting in my big green bathroom, a room you know better than the average
Indeed.
Joe. You've been here many times,
Yes.
made some serious magic with me in this room. I'm wondering if you could tell us where you are right
Where
now.
I are. I
Yeah.
am in my office
Okay.
at my house. It
Okay.
is the space where I do my work from home, and it is the space where I play my music at my leisure, pretty much.
Oh. So you don't leave that room too often then.
Well, I mean, I leave the room to hang out with my kid,
Mm-hmm.
and occasionally to eat things.
I love
I
eating
don't have a
things.
fridge or a microwave in here yet,
Cool.
but yes, generally
Yes.
speaking, I'm up here if I'm anywhere in the house.
And you're in Minnesota.
Indeed, I am in South Minneapolis, over
Mm-hmm.
by Lake Nokomis.
Okay. I could be to you in like 30 minutes. Just so
Yes.
people know. Yes, because they care. They care deeply. How are you right now in this moment when I click the Polaroid?
Hey, I'm pretty good. I am. We're all a little. I think everyone's heart blood pressure is still a little high. It's kind of like it's gone down, but it's kind of plateauing at a certain space. But for better or worse, we're also learning to live with it. And all things considered, I'm feeling good. It's the holidays. It's a pretty magical time outside. I mean, I can't really complain.
Can't really complain. Maybe.
I
Maybe.
could, but I'm not going to.
I
Because
love it.
why? Yeah.
Um, I'm wondering if you'd sing us a song and then
Sure.
tell us why you chose that song.
Do I tell you before or after?
That's your call.
Okay. I can tell you before. So I am here to play a couple of Christmas songs at y'all, and this is a song that I put out on a record that I put out last year called "Merry BCFing Christmas," and we're going to talk more about that. And the version of the song that's on the record is absolutely utterly ridiculous. It is about the dopiest thing I've ever done, and it features Katie Vernon, and it's a lot of fun. But I also just genuinely love this song, and I know that you love this song, Sarah. So I'm going to do a more straightforward version because this has been on my brain for the last, I don't know, few weeks.
And good folks.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending to a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop at the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, pop, pop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll nearly be like a picture print by Currier and Ives. These wonderful things are the things we'll remember all through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling. Woo-hoo. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Together with you. Together with you. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Thank
Ben
you.
Cook-Feltz, yay! We do sing together a lot, so it's very hard. Like, I muted my microphone to be a good steward of our virtual situation, but it was hard. I wanted to sing so much. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course. I saw you singing along, and it was hilarious because, of course, there's a little bit of a time delay, so I'm like, don't watch what Sarah's doing.
She's gonna mess you up. Yeah. Yay, Ben Cook-Feltz. This is Hey, I Miss You. As you know, in years past, days of yore, I have had a show called Toilet Tunes where musicians would come and sit in my bathroom, often you, and we would sing cover songs, and it was joyous. And then COVID came around, and it made it weird to sit in the bathroom with people.
Right.
Because it wasn't weird before.
That's what made it weird, yeah.
Right. So I, was doing lots of live streaming, and I got really tired of just singing to my face. And I thought my friends also might be tired of singing to their own face. What if they could sing to my face? And Hey, I Miss You was born. So it's a show where now I meet people in the made-up world, and they talk at me and sing at me, and I love it. And then we party on Fridays at noon. So
that's cool.
Thank you for joining me on this incarnation of What Does Sarah Do in the Bathroom? Dun,
of course.
Dun, dun.
I'm really glad that you do this, by the way. It's a great show, and it's a wonderful chance to just get to see you again and get to see a lot of other great musicians that we can't see right now. So
we have so many good musicians to see too.
We do.
I'm wondering if you would tell me something good. Mm-mm. Tell me.
Sure. It is beautiful outside right now. It is freezing cold, and the leaves have mostly fallen, but I absolutely love this time of year. I love it because of that. I really firmly believe that you need to have cold to appreciate warmth, and you need to have dark to appreciate light. So cold winter nights are just fantastic. I think the sky looks beautiful. I love, especially now, the Christmas lights are out and everything. It's just gorgeous. So that's something good. It is a beautiful time of year.
That is something great. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think all your wisdom in there is spot on, sir.
Thank you.
This is the part of the show where I say, in case you missed it, ooh, in case you missed it, this has been Cook-Feltz, a dear friend of mine, fabulous singer-songwriter, and the only other person that I trust is as elfy in their heart as I am.
Wow, that's a high compliment.
Right? So we've done many, many, many Christmas singings together, and and it was very exciting last year when you took all that elfiness and you put out like the
Merry
full
BCFing
representation
Christmas.
of
Yeah.
that. Merry BCFing Christmas.
Hmm. Hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about this album?
Sure thing. Yeah. So it was an absolute product of the COVID-19 shutdown. I found myself, like most of us, looking for things that brought me joy and brought some solace during some extremely not good times, some very confusing bad times. And
Mhm.
making Christmas music just brought me joy. It's something that I'd thought about doing for years, but it just seemed like the perfect time. Because it was as much for my own selfish interests as for anything else. It was a chance to sing songs that, again, make me feel good and bring to mind a lot of great memories of, you know, family and love and warmth at a time when we were kind of fairly removed from it. And it was also an opportunity to get to stay connected to a lot of the musicians that I was suddenly not connected to. A whole bunch of people play on this record, including Sarah Morris, up
Oh,
to
I
40
do.
different musicians. Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, not that anyone's catching anything as I do
Yeah,
this, but
see?
it is true that you really brought together the team in a
Yeah.
beautiful way. You made good use of our beautiful community. So
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And it was just a lot of fun. It was fun to have something to focus on. It was weird because about 70% of the record was recorded at people's, everyone's recorded their stuff at home and then sent me the track. So it was a strange process. It was also a lightning quick process, which was very strange. We did the whole thing in about 2 months. And I am just exceedingly proud of the record. And I'm really happy because last year was we were very much in the thick of it in December, but this year we're not. And so I get to actually sing some of these songs out and put on a bit of a festive Christmas extravaganza where we're going to be celebrating the album and celebrating the season and, having some fun with it.
that is on December 12th, which is in 2 days. So
Yes, two
it's
days from now,
right. So it's close to sold out at this point, but you
of
can
course.
buy tickets still.
Yes.
It's at Ice House, which is a wonderful venue. The doors are at 5 p.m., which is a great time to come and eat some really good food. And then the
Mm-hmm.
show is at 6:30, which is a great time to already be done eating your food, so your hands
Mm-hmm.
can be busy for clapping
Exactly.
or free
And
can,
and
for clapping
and accompanying as you sing along, doing jazz hands and things like that.
for sure. Jazz hands, and it is a Vax card required show.
Yes.
I will be there. I'm really excited to get to sing a little bit with you. Um, I'm thinking about, so I skipped over the part where we just like talk about General Ben. We went to
Oh,
Christmas
oops.
Ben right away. Well, I led you there. I took you there, but you were
That's
talking
all right.
about, not being with the people that like your family, separated from your family. I know where your family lives because you
Oh
have a
God,
song all about well, I've never been there, but you have a song about the streets you grew up on. So just
I do.
take us back to Little Ben a
Little
little
Ben.
bit. Yeah, and how you got to be such an elf. Like take us there.
Sure. Yeah. So I am originally from Cedar Falls, Iowa, which is about 3 hours south of the Twin Cities, and I mean, my story is not terribly interesting in terms of me as a musician. I taught myself to play the piano at a very early age. Music's the one thing that I just always loved. It just was an extension of me as much as my arms and legs are, and it's just always been something that I've wanted to do and kind of just knew I was going to do. And so I moved up to the Twin Cities in 2004. Came up here for school, stuck around for a bit, fell in love, decided to stay. Nice little story there. As far as Christmas, it just has always been a part of my life. I really feel like I have my dad to thank for that more than anything else. He never hammered it home. It was just obvious how important it was to him. Um, and not so much the religious aspect because I'm a Unitarian Universalist. We love spirituality, but the nativity story was not a big part of it, but other parts of it were, just the giving and receiving of gifts and the families coming together, and this being the one time of year when we would guarantee that we would all be under one roof and just, kind of reveling in the moment. It always, it just always has brought me uncynical joy. And again, I have my dad to thank for that. It's hilarious because he has 3 kids, and we're fairly different in personalities, but we always just come together at this time, and we start to share pictures of what our houses look like with the lights on, and we'll share screen captures of listening to Mannheim Steamroller or something like that. Like it's a thing that connects us, and that's a very, very undeniable real thing for me.
I love that. My dad is also where my elfiness came from, and I like it.
Nice.
One of the things that when we've done Christmas shows together, like your repertoire, I think is deeper. Or like mine is very solid and the traditional,
Yeah.
and awesome, and classic and awesome and sparkly and festive, and you have like this. You introduced me to a whole era of song that is like that I didn't even realize there were Christmas pivots like that. And some of them are on here, like "Song for a Winter's Night," for sure, and "Silent Night All Day Long," the Prine tune.
John Prine.
What I'm going to say is that I am hyper picky about Christmas music. And I loved streaming this last year, and I'm very excited to already be streaming it again. So I encourage everybody to go and do this. And you know who else encourages people to do this?
Santa?
Do you know who this is?
No.
What?
I can't tell who that. I can't see it. I don't know who that is. Is that you?
Well,
Who is
thank
it?
you. All she wants for Christmas is you.
Mariah. Cool. I have failed you. I have failed you.
She's also excited to stream it.
Yeah. I'm sure
she
she
needs
is.
wanted you to know that. Okay. Yeah.
I have to say very quickly, because you talked about my like deeper well of Christmas songs, or is that how you described it? I have to kind of thank you for that in a way, because when we started playing shows together, this was I think 4 years ago, you already had a pretty established repertoire, and you do them so well that there was no reason for me to be like, well, I can also do this song too. So I kind of, it was a fun challenge to come up with songs that I could do to complement the music that you were singing. And so I did just kind of reach into just like a catalog of songs that mean a lot to me that maybe aren't as incredibly well known.
They're incredibly well known to me now. Thank you for saying that. And goodness, I'm really excited. Some of my favorite gigs with you are when no one's listening. We used to do this airport gig, and it was just us listening to each other, and that's like the best. In other times of year, in case people are watching this and it's January already, might I recommend, this is not your most current release, actually, before, because the Iowa years came after this. Nope, time it for me.
It did. It is my most recent
recording.
New original recording, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I also love
you.
this album. It's 7 songs. There's some swearing on it in a wonderful way. Just a little. Yeah.
In the most delightful way.
In the most delightful way. But you're working on new songs for a new album sometime in 2022.
Yes.
You already have a taste of that, like where you're headed musically out. It's a single that you released not long ago called Life's Rich Buffet. That's actually just an appetizer. The full buffet is coming down the pike, is in the future. But Life's Rich Buffet is the amuse-bouche, if you will.
Yeah, I like that. It's the charcuterie plate.
I went to a place once where we got a charcuterie tower.
How'd that work?
Skip the plate. It was like plates upon
just
plates.
Big,
like with like 3. I'm just saying. That's
like
an option.
Jenga sort of thing?
Yeah, it was like a plate and then a stick and a plate and a stick, but just charcuterie for days for 2 people. I'm just saying that's
cool. That seems a little
unrelated, but
well, it seems more functional, because it's not this massive thing. You can just, I like it.
More access points. In addition to that, you also have been doing, you said semi-regularly, which to me, semi-regular means not regularly at all, really. But you have a series called the Teeny Keyboard series where you have a teeny keyboard. Is it? Can you grab it real fast? Or no?
No, it is on a different floor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. But people can follow you on Instagram, right? And that's where you release them, and they're
Yep.
cover tunes, and they're delightful. You
Yes.
always
Thanks.
have a wonderful take on songs that like originally belong to other people, and you make them belong to you in a beautiful way.
Thank you.
So
Oh,
I'm wondering
appreciate that.
if you would be so kind as to sing us another song.
Sure.
And
I'm
by
gonna
us,
take
I
it.
mean us.
You and Mariah, you got it.
Me and Mariah, we want to hear you.
Okay, this is another. This is for the last 9 or 10 years. This has been my favorite Christmas song. It just sums up pretty much everything that I love about the holidays and the season in both the good and the bad ways. It's a song by a singer-comedian named Tim Minchin, and it's called "White Wine in the Sun." I really like Christmas. It's sentimental, I know, but I just really like it. I am hardly religious. I'd rather break bread with Dawkins than Desmond Tutu, to be honest. And yes, I have all of the usual objections to consumerism, to the commercialization of an ancient religion, to the westernization of a dead Palestinian press ganged into selling PlayStations and beer. But I still really like it. I'm looking forward to Christmas, though I'm not expecting a visit from Jesus. I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sister, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sister, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I don't go in for ancient wisdom. I don't believe just 'cause ideas are tenacious, that means that they're worthy. I get freaked out by churches. Some of the hymns that they sing have nice chords, but the lyrics are spooky. And yes, I have all of the usual objections to the miseducation of children who in tax-exempt institutions are taught to externalize blame and to feel ashamed and to judge things as plain right or wrong. But I still like the songs. I'm not expecting big presents. The old combination of socks, jocks, and chocolates is just fine by me. 'Cause I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sister, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brothers and sister, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. And you, my baby boy, my jet-lagged little toddler, you'll be handed round the room by like a puppy at a primary school, and you won't understand, but you will learn someday that wherever you are and whatever you face, these are the people who make you feel safe in this world. My sweet little boy. And if my boy someday, when you're 21 or 31 and Christmas comes around and you find yourself 9,000 miles from home, you'll know whatever comes. Your brothers and sisters and me and your mom will be waiting for you in the sun whenever you come. Your brothers and sisters, your aunts and your uncles, your grandparents, cousins, and me and your mom will be waiting for you in the sun, drinking white wine in the sun. But even Christmas comes, we'll be waiting for you in the sun, waiting for you. Christmas. It's sentimental, I know.
Ben. Oh, I got a little close to weepy thinking about how the first time I heard you play that song, there was no little boy, and now there is a little boy. I'm gonna get weepy just talking about it. Oh my gosh!
I know.
Do you get to go see your dad for Christmas?
This year we're seeing Ellen's family for Christmas, but I did get to see my dad at Thanksgiving, so
Good.
we all came together. It was wonderful.
For those not in the know, Ben Cook-Feltz is married to Mother Banjo, who was a guest on Hey, I Miss You
Yes.
back in the springtime.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Okay, here's the question where I ask you to play it forward. Tell us something that you're listening to right now that's getting you hot in the ears.
Something that I'm listening to. Honestly, it's a throwback, but REM just re-released their New Adventures in Hi-Fi album. Came out in '96. It's the 25th anniversary reissue, and it is an absolutely amazing album. I loved it when I was 15. I love it even more now, and I can't recommend it enough. It's just a glorious, beautiful, underrated REM record.
That's awesome. Thank you. Can you also remind me quick the name of the person who did White Wine in the Sun originally? Who wrote it?
Yeah. Tim Minchin is his name.
Do you know how to spell
that? Yeah, Minchin, and then Tim, Tim.
Exactly how you'd expect it to be spelled. I thought it might be some cool German with like a UE and a like umlaut.
No. He is amazing, though. All of his stuff is just hilarious and insightful and pretty great.
All the things. I love it. Okay, this is the part of the show where I ask you to give us a action item. What do we do? I totally messed up the theme song, but yeah, give us one single action item to stay connected with you as soon as we get off spending this time with you, which is a glorious thing.
You're saying. Yeah. Go to my website, bencookfeltz.com.
Okay.
It's everything's updated there. I have links to videos, including a Toilet Tunes that we did in the summer, and happening events and music and all that good stuff.
Wonderful. And you have tickets to your show in 2 days right there also.
Yes.
So cool. So we're going to go to the website as soon as we're done. You can sign up for his email list. Ben's emails are nice. I like them. They're usually a little bit of humor, a little bit of, it's not too frequent. You don't go on for too long. It's all the good things.
I appreciate that.
Ben, I want to thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to get to share any kind of space with you, and I'm grateful. I want to
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
all, the watchers, for being here. Next week, come back. We are going to do, it is crazy, we're going to do a season finale for the year, and it's going to be live, not pre-recorded, and it's going to
Whoa.
involve maybe more than like a couple people, and it could all go down in flames, or it could be amazing. But the point is that you can be here live Friday at noon, December 17th, hanging out with me and some folks. And
That sounds
then,
fun.
I know, I think so too. And then I also need to thank my patrons, the Sarah
Whoa.
subscribers over at Patreon, who keep me going, have kept me going in big ways. I write everybody's name on a heart. Ben, you're somewhere on here. And
Mm-hmm.
this week, I had someone new join the team, Sophia. And that meant I got to paint
Yay.
new hearts. And so now there are new blank hearts. So it could be you, nice
Awesome.
watcher. Um,
Yes.
sorry, that was loud. Okay. Can I sing? Can I sing this theme song? Can I sing the theme song
Please do.
one more time?
Yeah.
Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. I miss you, and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a song or two while I just sit here in my bathroom with Mariah saying, Ben, I miss you.